Hi boys and girls, it's week 3, day 2. We're going to focus on our pet friends again, and our essential question this week is, how can a pet be an important friend? For today's mini lesson, you are going to need your reading notebook, so go ahead and get that ready for yourself, and I'm going to get started. So let's go back and take a little review to first grade. We learned about nouns and verbs last year. So I'm going to ask you, what is a noun and what is a verb? So I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to think about that all on your own, and I want you to write down what you remember as a noun and what is a verb. Alright, now that you did that, let's review. A noun is a person, place, thing, or animal. For example, people could be someone named Anita, a place could be a forest, animals could be elephants, things could be a phone. These are all examples of nouns that we are familiar with. A verb is a word that shows the action. All of these pictures that you see down below are examples of actions: play, cook, run, swim, laugh, read, sleep, bark. This is nothing that is new to you. This is all things that we've done before. But what I am doing today is I want to show you what a subject and a predicate is. And it's important to know and remember what nouns and verbs are because they are very similar to a subject and a predicate. Now that we remember what they are, we need to figure out what is a subject and what is a predicate. This is not something that you need to write down in your notebook right now because this is something new and I want you just to follow along. Subjects are most similar to the noun of a sentence, and a predicate is most similar to the verb of the sentence. So let's look at and see what that means. A subject is who or what the sentence is about. For example, the alligator eats cookies and milk. Who or what is the sentence about? The alligator. Some other sentences and examples down below are, the boys like to play football. Who likes to play football? The boys. They are ready for school today. Who is ready for school today? They. A cat plays with yarn. Who or what? A cat. A predicate is the action in the sentence, just like a verb. It's the action. However, a predicate is the entire action in the sentence. So, for example, down below you'll see Allison waters the plants. What does Allison do? She waters the plants. He is very strong. What is he? He is very strong. The barn was red and white. What was the barn? Was red and white. The predicate is the rest of the sentence for most cases. These are some other examples, and then I'm going to show you a little video. Here's a whole sentence. Mr. Smith took a walk. Who is the sentence about? Mr. Smith. What did he do? He took a walk. The dentist pulled out a tooth. Who is the sentence about? The dentist. What did he do? Pulled out a tooth. The pig with the big snout slobbered on a kid. Who is it about? The pig with the big snout. What did he do? He slobbered on a kid. These are your subject and predicate. They make the sentence a complete thought. So I'm going to show you a little video, and then you're going to need your notebook to finish up, okay?
This is the tale of Mr. Morton. Mr. Morton is who? He is the subject of our tale, and the predicate tells what Mr. Morton must do. Mr. Morton walked down the street. Mr. Morton walked. Mr. Morton talked to his cat. Mr. Morton talked. Hello, cat. You look good. Mr. Morton was lonely. Mr. Morton was. Mr. Morton is the subject of the sentence, and what the predicate says he does. Mr. Morton knew just one girl. Mr. Morton knew. Mr. Morton grew flowers for Pearl. Mr. Morton grew. Mr. Morton was very shy. Mr. Morton was. Mr. Morton is the subject of the sentence, and what the predicate says he does. The subject is a noun. That's a person, place, or thing. It's who or what the sentence is about. And the predicate is the verb. That's the action word that gets this subject up and out. Mr. Morton wrote Pearl a poem. Mr. Morton wrote. Pearl replied in the afternoon. Pearl replied by a note. Mr. Morton was very nervous. Mr. Morton was. Mr. Morton is the subject of the sentence, and what the predicate says he does. The cat stretched, the sun beat down, a neighbor chased his kid. Come here, kid, come on. Each sentence is completed when you know what the subject did. Mr. Morton knocked on her door. Mr. Morton knocked. Mr. Morton sat on her porch. Yes, he just sat there and rocked. Mr. Morton was a nervous man. When she opened up the door, he ran. Mr. Morton climbed up his stairs. Mr. Morton climbed. Mr. Morton rhymed pretty words. Mr. Morton rhymed. Mr. Morton was lonely. Mr. Morton was, until Pearl showed up with a single rose. Who says women can't propose? Now Mr. Morton is happy, and Pearl and the cat are too. They're the subject of the sentence, and what the predicate says, they do.
Now that's very silly, but it gives you a good example of all the subjects and predicates that we could use in the sentence. And like they say about Mr. Morton, is what makes the sentence complete. Now everybody get out your notebook. I'm going to pause the video, and this is a good place for you to pause the video as well. You're going to copy these 6 sentences. The directions say to circle the subject and underline the predicate for each sentence. So go ahead in your notebooks, copy these 6 sentences and circle your subjects and underline your predicates. Now that you have that done, here's the answers to all of those. Lisa jumped on her bed. Who jumped? Lisa. Lisa is the subject. Jumped on her bed is the predicate. Number 2. Mason and Seth played football at recess. The subject is Mason and Seth. Played football at recess is the predicate. We won $50 at the fair. We is the subject. We won $50 at the fair is the predicate. The shark swims in the ocean. The shark is the subject. Swims in the ocean is the predicate. I like to eat ice cream. I is the subject. Like to eat ice cream is the predicate. A city is a giant place. A city is the subject. Is a giant place is the predicate. There are many different types of subjects that you can use. It doesn't always have to be a person. It could be just these small little words like we and I. Or it could be an animal like shark, or it could be a place like city, just like nouns. Right on the next page in your notebook, I want you to complete these sentences. You need to add a subject or predicate to each sentence to make it a complete thought. Make sure that it makes sense. So I'm going to pause the video here again, and I want you to take time to fill these in and make sure that they agree and that they make sense. These are some examples that I filled in. These are obviously not going to be exactly what you have at home, but you'll get the idea. There's just some things I wanted to point out for you so that they would make sense. One of the things is for number 4, the farmer plows the cornfields. Well, this is something that a farmer would do, so I want to make sure that my predicate is something that a farmer would do. For number 6, our family decorates the tree for Christmas. This could be anything that your family does, but you want it to be realistic in what your family does. Looking at number 3 for the subject, Peanut is a good dog. We're talking about a dog, so you want your subject to be something that would be a dog's name. So you can fill in any answer here just as long as it makes sense and it is a complete thought. Now this is what you're going to be doing on your own tomorrow, so prepare yourself for that. Make sure you review your subjects and predicates and be ready to identify them in sentences tomorrow. We're going to do a little bit more, all right? I hope everyone has a good night, and I will see you tomorrow.